Negro.
Peace and power to everyone. I was here. I'm just sharing. Welcome back to YouTube family and welcome to the newcomers. I hope everyone's day is going well. And of course, the phone will ring. One moment. Peace and power, y'all. Had to take that phone call. And I'm back. Just want to make sure y'all know where my website is located. Just in case y'all forgot. It's right here. You want to purchase product, you want to donate, all of that. It's right there. So, what was I watching? Oh. And here's the website. Excuse me. Go over there and check it out. It's Butter Baby. And we're going to go into this. I'm on Marvin Coleman's channel. Y'all go over and subscribe. He did a video, but he used this clip, and I subscribed to this channel as well. I think I might have unsubscribed. Sometimes unsubscribed. Okay. This is Real Black. So. They sent a telegraph about your dollars. Let's just watch it.
You got the level on that, Joe? Yeah, how's this video coming through? Are the lights hot enough? Don't forget to dial in close. All right, be sure and stay clear of number 2 camera, and all set. Stand by.
There was a whole short film about your dollar, about you and your buying habits. Go, I'm working. Go. Yeah, it's all gone.
I'm Bob Trout. I've got a story here that I think is big, really big, because it's bound to have a terrific impact on business. I'm talking about a new market, a big new market, millions upon millions of new prospects with $15 billion to spend. That's right, I said $15 billion. That's a lot of money, isn't it? The surprising thing is that it's a fresh market, still full of opportunities. It grew up so fast, got so big in a hurry, that few of us realize its scope. Now, these days, nobody's likely to pass up chances to sell. And yet right here in our own front yard, there's a neglected market. There's money waiting to be spent. To get the story of this market, to be able to tell you the secret of selling the Negro, we did a lot of digging. We talked to leading businessmen, the customers, and the salesmen. We went to Washington, D.C. We set up cameras and other key points around the nation.
All this for you.
And out of this all, there emerged a story. The story of a new market. breathe. They live in Chicago, in Atlanta, or New York, in Detroit, St. Louis, Los Angeles, any one of 1,000 cities and towns. All over the country, families such as this are enjoying new prosperity. They have new interests, new standards of living, a buying power they've never enjoyed before. They're good prospects for practically all types of goods and services. All too often, though, they're overlooked prospects. Why? Because of some good, valid reason? No. They're overlooked because of mistaken ideas. Because of out-of-date ideas about how the Negro lives and how he buys. The truth of the matter is that the Negro lives pretty much the same as other folks. He buys pretty much the same way, too. But just the same, a lot of old doubts and opinions keep cropping up over and over again.
I don't like to do business with Negroes. They're drifters. You can't keep track of them.
Yes, although a lot of people think that way, the truth is that 1 out of every 3 Negro families living in cities today owns its own home. That figure comes directly from the United States Bureau of Census.
Maybe so, but Negroes are poor credit risks.
Not more of a credit risk than any other group. Actually, the Negro homebuyer meets his payments faithfully, often more faithfully than other race groups in the same economic level. That's the information we got from people who ought to know, the National Association of Real Estate Boards.
Well, maybe, but I've always heard that Negroes buy shoddy, poor-quality merchandise.
No, it's just the other way around. According to leading researchers, in proportion to population and income, Negroes buy more quality products than any other comparable United States group. You see, there are a lot of confused notions about the Negro customer. But when you dig right down and find out about them, they just don't hold water. Negroes own homes. They meet their payments faithfully. They buy good brands of merchandise. So why let a lot of old-fashioned ideas hurt profits? Take a look at the real facts. Here in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, some amazing facts and figures about this new market have been uncovered. For a first-hand report, we would like to take you directly to the United States Department of Commerce to hear this story from the Secretary of Commerce himself. Here is the Honorable Sinclair Weeks, the Secretary of Commerce of the United States.
In the Department of Commerce, we are constantly alert to trends that mean a healthier national economy, better business for the nation as a whole. Recently, we have been interested in a rising young market, one that represents a huge potential for goods and services. I'm referring to the new Negro market. The tremendous buying power of this group is backed, of course, by an increased earning power. The average Negro family's income is at a record high. In fact, since 1939, it has increased more than the average income of all other Americans. Just take a look at a few figures. An official Department of Commerce report shows that at least 1/3 of the Negroes living in cities earn from $2,000 to $5,000 a year. Today, the average Negro wage earner brings home a paycheck 4 times larger than the one he collected in 1939. As a whole, the Negro market has a total income of about $15 billion every year. And after taxes, Negro families still have many billions of dollars to spend. Here is a buying power that cannot help but have a tremendous effect on our national economy and on business prosperity in general. When these dollars are spent for a wide range of goods, services, and employment, business everywhere is bound to feel the impact.
This new buying power has resulted in a class Negro market, a profitable, above-average income group of consumers. For example, the nation's largest newspaper and magazine research organization, Daniel Starch and Staff, reports these significant figures. More than 51% of the readers of Ebony magazine have a record player in their homes. Almost 64% own a television set. And almost 78% enjoy the convenience of an electric refrigerator. It is also a fact and this is from the magazine The Food Field Reporter, that Negroes spend almost $3 billion a year for food alone. Per capita, they buy more cosmetics, drugs, and toiletries than anyone else in the country. And their children are better educated, too, because since 1930, enrollment in Negro colleges is up 2,500%. But really, to recognize the importance of this class Negro market, we must realize that something has been happening economically in our country. People are on the move. The population is shifting. The makeup of metropolitan populations today is different than it was just a few short years ago. To give you a better idea of what we mean, we set up several cameras, candid cameras, in a number of shopping locations. Take a look at these shoppers. Notice what a large proportion of them are Negro. What's the reason? It's simply this. Negro families are moving into the cities where there are more job opportunities. Here they find occupations with more prestige and security, jobs that pay more money. As a result, Negro families today often make up the largest part of central city consumer prospects. A shoe store in Chicago's Loop, for example, reports that more than 50% of its customers are Negroes. In another case, a drugstore located at a transfer point in a non-Negro neighborhood finds that its Negro customers total 25%. The trend is plain. The new Negro families today are moving into more populated areas, to the cities, where there are more stores, more buying opportunities. Since 1940, in San Francisco alone, the Negro market has increased by 89%. In Chicago, by 81%. Houston, Texas, 45%. Philadelphia, 50%. The impact of this new buying force is so tremendous that actually in 14 major United States markets, a product cannot be number one without Negro support. A product must have the backing of this big new buying power to be a leader in the field. What do you have to sell? Chewing gum or cars? Toothpaste or transportation? Whatever it is, here are millions of prospects. And these prospects are everywhere. Negro customers can no longer be pigeonholed. They cannot be classified as prospects who trade only in certain stores, certain neighborhoods. Today, Negroes shop downtown. They shop in supermarkets. They shop in small neighborhood stores. They'll buy from anyone who wants to sell to them. But we all know that before you can sell to customers, you've got to get to know them. You must understand something about them. What do the Negro customers buy? Why do they buy? How do you sell to them? Let's find out. Let's hear the opinion of men who have spent a lifetime studying the buying habits of customers the world over. Here is what sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro.
Selling.
Hi, I'm Carly Kloss, and today I'm going to show you how to create your own website with Wix.
Have to say about selling to the Negro.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off-brands. Do you wonder why? Well, listen to what this customer is thinking.
That last hat I bought just didn't hold up at all.
You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands. in order to make sure he gets his money's worth. Buying by brand. That's the first important Negro buying habit. Now for the second. The Negro buys good quality merchandise. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware, but she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. Listen to her thoughts.
My, isn't it beautiful? I can hardly wait to show it to Sally and Joan.
It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made. So remember, the Negro buys quality merchandise. That's the second important point. And here's the third thing to remember when selling to a Negro customer. When he specifically asks for one thing, don't try to sell him something else. Don't try to switch him at the point of sale. If you do, he'll probably react something like this. And he doesn't like to be switched at point of sale. These are the keys to selling the Negro customer. Another point. The Negro family does things together, as a group. The family works as a unit. It lives as a unit, and it buys as a unit. When you sell to one member, you many times sell to all. It's also true that many places of entertainment are still closed to the Negro. So he spends more of his money for the things that are available to him, often for items that are considered luxuries. Another trait of the Negro market is the fact that it is a pre-sold market. We know that the Negro buys by brand, and he buys the brands that he knows something about. Where does the Negro buyer get this information? We know that Negro customers are turning more and more to the publications that are tailored specifically to their needs, that give them the news and the information that they want to read about. Many leading businessmen and companies already know this. That's why so many of them are taking this direct, sure route of reaching the Negro customer. The vice president of advertising of the Gruen Watch Company, for example, says this.
In many important cities throughout the United States, Negroes are important customers of the credit jeweler. Therefore, it seemed that Ebony magazine would be a very important advertising medium for us. We would say it was very well received, and from our viewpoint, a very successful campaign.
From the Remington Rand Company.
So they are marketing to you through your magazines. So your own magazines, those people that are supposed to be for you are selling you out for $1. It just makes all more sense listening to this documentary or short film, whatever it is.
Advertising in Ebony has been effective in many ways. As all good advertising should, it has built a terrific amount of goodwill and has brought a volume of sales and sales inquiries.
A representative of the Alaga Syrup Company makes this statement.
Because of Alaga's regard for the influence of Ebony in the Negro market, advertising space was doubled. Alaga's long experience in selling to Negroes now takes the most direct route to its best customers, reaching Ebony's 2.5 million audience in every issue.
And here are the statements of still other business leaders.
Yes, many business leaders are discovering the most direct and most efficient way of reaching the new Negro market. Look here at the results of the same advertisement in two different publications, Ebony and another general magazine. You can see that proportionately, more men and women read the ad in Ebony than the one in the other magazine. And they did a better job of remembering it, too. A greater percentage of readers noted, associated, and remembered the ad in Ebony. But now, wait a minute. If the Negro market is so big and easy to reach, why aren't more companies going out after it? Well, often because of the feeling that there's something entirely different, unusual about selling to the Negro. Is it really so different? What do salesmen say? The successful salesmen who do a good job of selling in Negro communities. How do you go about getting the order?
How do I get the order? Well, to tell you the truth, I don't do anything. Anything different, that is. I've been calling on these accounts long enough to know that the Negro just wants to be treated like everybody else. No matter who you're calling on, a little friendliness and courtesy help a lot. And naturally, anybody resents being patronized or talked down to. So I usually call a man Mr. Brown, Mr. Smith, or Mr. whatever his name is, until he tells me to call him by his first name. And of course, I always stick to business. I stay away from talk about race or religion or politics.
Yeah, that Maddie D sent to me a video called Psychopath. And with that, also this video makes a lot more sense because they study us to see how they can control us or live off of us without us noticing. How they install cameras and just to see your buying power, and then they made this short film to tell other businesses out here, hey, if you want to make money, you know, just don't talk down to them, treat them like another human. These people are crazy. It's like the epitome of evil. And they have no sense. They don't even know that they're evil. You know what I'm saying? It's just natural behavior to them. And it really makes me question then, you know, what is good and what is evil. So it's just like layers. Let's finish it.
What do you think of this new market? It can open new outlets for you and for everybody who sells goods or services. It's still possible to get in on the ground floor when this market is just beginning to grow and to expand. The facts and the figures that we see here are just a small sample of what they promise to be next year and the years after that. Yes, here are men and women with money to spend, and they spend it for exactly the same things as you and I and everyone else. They buy almost every type of product and service that you have to offer, and they can be reached like everyone else through publications that appeal to their interests and desires, that deliver the kind of loyal readership that can be proved both in surveys and in down-to-earth sales. Here is a ready-made market waiting to be asked to buy. Here are millions of customers for what you have to sell. Customers with $15 billion to spend.
The last thing, I'd like to introduce our new social media manager, Lily.
Stand in the middle of a hurricane, looking right in the eye. Do you know what's going on?
The servers are down. Welcome to the team.
Tough day, huh? It was a great day. Ain't nothing gonna hold down. Get ready, 'cause here I come.
Okay, so he got it from there. And I'm going to go to his video that I was watching. And there's more.
Coffee's probably getting cold. No matter what color his skin is.
Any way you can. Sounds like pretty good sales advice. Type of product and service that you have to offer, and they can be reached like everyone else through public. It's the secret.
Who cares? When a guy's in business, no matter what color his skin is, he's interested in making a living, in making money. That's uppermost in his mind. I guess maybe what I'm saying is that I try to help any way I can, sometimes with displays or ad materials, or an idea once in a while. The important thing is that if it helps push sales for the dealer, it helps push them for me, too.
Handle the Negro account just like any of your others. Don't patronize. Stick to business. Get interested in the account. Pitch in and help any way you can. Sounds like pretty good sales advice. That's the secret of selling the Negro. Well, how about it? What do you think of this new market? It can open new outlets for you and for everybody who sells goods or services. It's still possible to get in on the ground floor when this market is just beginning to grow and to expand. The facts and the figures that we see here are just a small sample of what they promise to be next year and the years after that. Yes, here are men and women with money to spend, and they spend it for exactly the same things as you and I and everyone else. They buy almost every type of product and service that you have to offer, and they can be reached like everyone else through publications that appeal to their interests and desires, that deliver the kind of loyal readership that can be proved both in surveys and in down-to-earth sales. Here is a ready-made market waiting to be asked to buy. Here are millions of customers for what you have to sell. Customers with $15 billion to spend.
That's the new girl. It's her first day. Some people say there'll be trouble. Some people saw trouble coming right from the start.
Morning, Dad.
Morning, Miss Wright.
Got a rush. Cat knocked over the alarm.
Careful on the turn. Management begins at home. You're late.
Guilty, sir.
You'd better hurry. My coffee's probably getting cold.
No wonder I love to get up in the morning. I've got such a nice boss to look forward to. Incidentally, did you see the urgent note I left on your pad last night?
The top policy meeting at 9:15?
Yes. Mr. Dennis got back from Washington late yesterday, and he called the meeting after you'd gone.
Thanks. This must be the new government contract. Was there any explanation?
I tried to finesse some information from his secretary, Beth. But she's as informative as a quiz program.
Okay, I better get going. Have some hot coffee waiting for me.
Yes, sir. Good office management begins at home.
They'll quit. First one, then another. Whatever they do, they're going to make hell for that first Negro girl you put on the payroll.
Look, Mark, we're not walking into this blindfolded. Now, Todd doesn't pay me to manage personnel so that personnel can run the plant the way it wants.
What does that mean? That you're going to sit behind every secretary with a gun in her back?
It means we can put this new policy through without trouble. Now, of course, we'll have to move slowly at first, no matter how badly we need them.
Now you've said it. We need them, gentlemen. The Negro represents a labor force that hasn't even begun to be tapped. How about it, Kurt? Your department's been crying for help. Think we can make it work?
Maybe. Worked in the shop. Negro and white hands work side by side. We don't have any trouble.
Well, how was it when you started?
Not bad. There was a lot of talk about trouble. But the union was on our side that time. They called a meeting, and by the time they were through, there wasn't any opposition.
Those were men, Kurt. They worked with their hands. How about women?
Women are different.
I think we're asking for trouble.
Just what is it we are afraid of? Bad publicity? Money? Or we may be raising problems to hide our own prejudices?
Look, Lyle, I don't think I'm a bigot.
Lyle didn't say that, Mark.
And I don't think I'm a man of prejudices. At least not any that I'd let interfere with profits. My department is sales. I'm mostly on the outside, and the man I sell the product to doesn't care what color the girl is who types up the bill. So because I'm on the outside, I get around. I hear stories.
What kind of stories? Strikes? Slowdowns?
Trouble, that's all. Let's call it morale. A lot of white girls just don't want to work next to a Negro girl, whether you like it or not.
Well, now I'll tell you something. I'm not running for election, and I'm not going to run scared. No 20-year-old stenographer is going to tell me how to run my business. I've just come back from Washington. I met there with the President's Committee on Government Contracts. Believe me, it was no tea party between me and the committee. They were talking business.
Since when is the President's Committee running Dennis Industries?
We're not talking just about Dennis Industries when we talk about this. We're talking national policy.
That's not new. We've had it ever since World War II.
Under the President's directive, no company can deal with the government, can get a contract, unless its policies are clearly non-discriminatory.
But don't we employ Negroes on the production line?
That's not enough. As long as we set up a color line at the front door of the offices, or any line for that matter, we are discriminating.
Aren't we also responsible to the stockholders? We can't afford...
We can afford anything our competition can. If we can't, we don't belong in business. From this meeting on, our policy will be to hire every person we need strictly according to ability. If you want to set an example, put the first Negro secretary in my office.
Nope. Not on your life, Todd. And have 12 girls quit because we're giving away one of the most worked-for jobs in the organization? Now that would be discrimination.
That's the same. I feel sorry for the first girl you hire. She'd better be strong.
You're right, Kurt. She's got to be handpicked. She's got to be so likable that any white girl with a chip on her shoulder will think twice before she starts any trouble. And so efficient that any man she works for will consider himself lucky. You know, I think the announcement of policy ought to come from your office, Todd, not just from personnel. We want every single person in this outfit to know that you're behind it, down to the last typist in the pool. Every girl working here should be made to feel that she's involved in putting through this new policy.
Right.
Is that it?
That's about it. I'll go over the new policy with you in my
What are you going to do? They've got to live too.
Who said they don't?
Oh, take it easy, you two. It hasn't even happened yet.
I tell you, I know it for a fact. I got it on the best authority. Right from the horse's mouth. Well, go ahead, laugh. Maybe you won't think it's so funny when one of them is sitting at the desk next to you, or at your desk, maybe. That I wouldn't wish on anybody. What's the joke? Some joke.
The voice of doom here, spreading her usual morning cheer. Yes, and this morning she's colorblind.
Very funny. She's got some very confidential information on the best authority. I tell you, it's going to happen. It's unstable. It is. Oh, we're all going to lose our jobs.
So loud job. I happen to need my job.
Me, I'll quit first. Well, what would we do without you? Oh, probably invite my replacement down here. Yes, what's he talking about?
You know that. She claims they're going to start hiring some Negro office help around here.
So what? So if they do, I quit. You're kidding. Go ahead, Kit. You tell them. Me, they laugh at.
Kit, you don't mean that.
Yes, I do. Don't misunderstand me. I haven't got anything against them. Take Ned, the guard at the door, for instance. We're good friends, and I like him. But that doesn't mean that I want him or his sister working in the office with me. Girls, I don't bother them, and they don't bother me. That's the way I mean to keep it.
Where are you working now, Mary?
Lane's. At least I was this morning. I might not be this afternoon if I don't get back pretty soon.
Mr. Graham should be free in a minute. He told you what he wants to talk to you about?
All I know is he said, how would I really like to go to work? And could I drop around to the Urban League on my lunch hour? Have you any idea?
Put these books away, please, Miss Thompson. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. Won't you come inside? It'll only take a few minutes.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Has Miss Thompson been filling your head full of tall tales? Won't you have a seat, please? Cigarette? Let's see. You've been working in Lane's since you got out of high school, right? And now you've graduated from secretarial school. Must be pretty rough working during the day and going to school at night, isn't it?
I think it was a little harder on my family than on me. They had to listen to my complaining.
Well, it looks like it might have been worthwhile. How would you like to go to work as a secretary at Dennis Industries?
You want the truth, don't you, Mr. Graham?
Oh, certainly.
I'd give an eye tooth to work as a secretary.
All right, y'all. I gotta go. Y'all know I got a lot going on. Y'all can go over to Marvin Coleman's channel to finish this. I'll be finishing it once I finish doing what I'm about to do. Peace and power to everyone. Thanks for coming on over and taking a watch with me. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm out of here.
Sure.
Oh, you're afraid maybe you're not quite...
Peace and power.